What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Techbuds podcast. Today, our guest, Dixon Butts. You heard it.
That's right.
Dixon Butts. DIXONBUTTS.
Yep.
Ricky and Jake. We're going to be sitting down with Dixon. We're going to be talking about his story, his come up on social media, kind of like what you're doing.
All right.
As an Airbnb investor, mortgage broker, to now a social media gonna be an icon.
I think you're running. Aren't you running for president?
I'm doing a lot of things. That's for sure.
Give us some background.
But that's one hell of an intro, man. I'll take that.
Hey,
So yeah, let's get into it. What kind of got you started on this persona you kind of got going on right now? Obviously, your shirt is pretty bold.
Oh yeah. Well, we're loud and proud. This is one of our main causes that it's all about passion, and it is something that I'm very passionate about. Is saying yes to 69 as it is mutually beneficial.
Love it.
But so we just did the rally with Big Doss TV, the mega huge YouTuber.
Yeah.
Sure. And even like Facebook, he dropped in our like little meeting that he's got 17 million followers on Facebook.
Yeah.
So just a massive following.
Yeah.
But yeah, him and I just we announced that we're changing the game. We're doing the first ever 2 men, 1 seat, joint presidential.
Really?
Yeah, candidacy here.
So let's back it up a little bit more, though. What got you started with this whole thing? TikTok, right? It's pretty much...
Dude, yeah, TikTok, man.
Okay, but what made this idea spark in your head?
I literally... So a lot of people think I'm way smarter than I am.
Yeah.
And I literally just thought it would be funny. Mm-hmm. And so I was just driving down the road. See, I got 2 answers for this question. I got the funny answer and I got the real answer.
Yeah.
And the funny answer is... I just kept thinking, like, there's not enough signs out here, But, yeah, I got to do something about that, right?
Yeah.
And there's fucking signs on every goddamn corner. Yeah. But I was just thinking, like, dude, this is just a joke, man. Like, if these people think this is effective, I'm going to make a joke out of it. And that's when I thought of, like, Dixon Butts, and then, like, the name is just so perfect to be, like, a country guy. I don't actually have a country accent, although I can, I can kind of,
pull it off.
I could fire it off if need be, brother. But, no, I don't actually have a country accent.
Yeah.
So
you started printing some signs.
Yeah, man.
Corners of Gilbert.
The first thing I did was I group chatted my family, and I was like, hey, is it illegal to, like, do a fake politician sign? And of course they're just like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, who asked that question? But it's not the weirdest thing I've asked. So they kind of did a little bit of research, and we found that it's actually not. It's part of your First Amendment rights, as long as you're not. And this is the thing. So we've kind of started a movement here. People have like begun doing their own signs. Like I was on the news with another guy doing this, and as long as you're not like misleading people by saying like Dixon Butts for Congress, right? Because that's actually like false advertising, which not a lot of people realize. So I just said like,
I realize that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, you're a lot smarter than a lot of people that are doing that, but that's why I started just like America needs Dixon Butts.
Yeah.
And it all started out with Gilbert needs Dixon Butts, since that's the name of our town. But it's also kind of funny because like on the video, everybody that's named Gilbert is commenting like, this feels really personal. So it's just like hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it was today, 103 days ago today. So the crazy shit is that it went from nothing to going #1 on Reddit.
Yeah.
Like, I would consider that mega viral. I don't know. I've never had 100%. anything go this crazy, to where I'm doing a YouTube video with like a mega YouTuber, and we had a presidential rally where hundreds of people came for us to announce that we're running for a joke presidency seat, and literally just a great turnout. Companies working with us. A company provided free beer. Like, what event has free beer? Yeah. My event had free beer, brother. That's how we're running on. I hope awesome. That's a long-winded answer to your question.
No,
that's absolutely perfect. So your game plan going forward is you have YouTube videos scheduled with big YouTubers. You want to continue this presidential election rolling into 2024, 2023, 2024.
Right, yeah. So 2024, obviously, Trump just announced that he's running for president. Uh-huh. It's going to be another just insanely hot year for politics.
It's going to be a battle.
It's going to be, exactly. And what, kind of like, you guys were all there. You remember, like, last time that happened, everybody's just like pissed off at each other, and people are kind of looking for an outlet. And, the comedic outlet, the Dixon butts of like not taking politics so seriously. I'm not saying it's like not at all important or anything like that, but, not taking yourself so seriously. I honestly kind of think that this trajectory is going to continue here. And then, like you said, I've been doing some YouTube videos with a couple people. So I was saying before we turn on the cameras that I just did a YouTube video with Steven Shapiro. And he's another big YouTuber. He makes like prank videos where he goes around, and the main thing he's known for is like
the chick, right? He gets the chick's phone number.
Exactly. This is the main thing the main thing he's known for is just like being a stud and just getting everybody's number he's ever talked to. Yeah. And I was like, there's no way this is happening. So we did Country Boys Pick Up College Girls. We went to ASU. Went on campus, and he was like, all right, I'll do it first, kind of show you the lay of the land here. This man goes 7 for 7. Talks to 7 chicks, gets 7 numbers, man.
So it's legit? I always thought those videos, I'm like, they're probably fake.
Look, I don't know how to answer that question because he did so damn good. And I did so damn bad. I went 0 for 15. 0 for 15. I did so bad that I'm convinced that he's just paying people. Like he's not really getting a number. He's got to be Apple paying him or something, like I don't know. He just did so good, but he's a great looking dude and he's super slick with it. But so just doing fun stuff like that is kind of what I'm trying to continue. Yeah, dude, the collabs like we talked about before is just, and being here, like I've never done a podcast in my life. This is here we are. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's very cool. I think it's interesting simply because everything to do with politics, especially it's just stressful. Mm-hmm. And I think today, especially, we're a country divided.
Yeah.
You're either one way or the other. Mm-hmm. There's not a ton of middle ground or agreement. And I think the comedy around the whole thing kind of lightens the mood for everyone and puts that at the end of the day, we're all patriots. We're all United States.
Yeah.
Citizens, and we can't hate one another.
Right.
So I think this is a really cool, I cannot wait to see where you go with this. Simply because it's so, number one, it's so funny. It's ironic, and it takes a very lighthearted approach to a very serious topic that people avoid. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Simply because it's stressful. They don't want to get, we're about to head into Thanksgiving this week. If politics get brought up at the Thanksgiving dinner table,
oh yeah,
and you have one family member,
everybody's got that uncle that's just like one way or the other, and just jamming it down your throat,
100%.
And I'm hoping to get that uncle jamming Dixon butts down your throat this year specifically. That's the idea right there.
Yeah, so it's Dixon butts, and Big Dawes is
he's going by Mr. Harry Balsack.
Harry Balsack.
Balsack is spelled Balszak. It's actually Czechoslovakian. He tells me. It could be like Swahili. I don't know, but that's what he says.
Harry Balsack.
Yeah, Mr. Harry Balsack. And it was like, so I was saying at the rally, because, you asked how'd the rally go, and I've never done anything like this. Like, so I'm like the world's most normal dude. I just thought it would be funny to put up a sign, and I literally thought, if I'm the only one that thinks this is funny, that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
And, my friend, who's a whole lot smarter than me, I sent it to him because I was sending it to my family. As soon as I got it printed, I was so proud of it. And I put a website out there, dixonbutts.com, and I bought the domain. And I was like, making signs. Maybe people would want to buy some signs. And then my friend said, dude, you got to put that on shirts. You could do print on demand.
Right.
You're going to crush it. And I'm like, I don't think anybody would. I was like, would you buy this? And he's like, dude, I will buy it right now. Just put it on so I can buy it. So then I did that. And like I said, literally day one, it went to the first page of Reddit. It was an insane day for me because I was just trying to live my life, doing the loans or just hanging out. And dude, people I haven't talked to since high school, 10, 15 years ago, were hitting me up and bro, I saw you on Reddit. This is insane. And then then it just kind of got bizarre, all the clout chasers, some girl that I hooked up with 9 years ago, right? She put on Twitter, when your ex Tinder fling is Dixon butts. And I'm like, what the hell's this? Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know. I was just I don't even know what to make of this anymore. But it was a lot of fun, and it was just an insane day. And that day alone, there was I think I had 30,000 visitors to my website.
Whoa.
and just thousands and thousands of dollars in sales. And I was like, this could be a real thing. And it was literally just like the one shirt and the signs. The signs sold out within like an hour because I had like 20 of them.
Yeah.
And then the shirts were just banging because that's all print on demand. So as soon as somebody hits, buy, it's like hands off. It's like the world's best thing ever. I don't know if that's bad or to say on camera or not, but
a lot of people do
it. You're just being transparent. That's how you do it. You just started for fun.
Yeah,
it's not like you hired a whole manufacturing company to manufacture shirts and carry inventory.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I wouldn't even know where to start with all that. Like I said, people think I'm way smarter than I am. Like, what was your plan with this all along? I'm like, dude, I didn't expect to be here. Like, what do you mean? Like, what's going on? I don't even know what's going on. And that kind of brings me back to the rally. So they brought me out on stage and they're all chanting like Dixon Butts, Dixon Butts. And
what's the crowd like for this rally? Just like, is it Republicans, Democrats? Is it like people that don't like politics?
It's just a mix, man. That's what's like so amazing. So I did my first ever meet and greet like a month ago, and it was just bizarre, like the different demos that were there. Like it was like every type of demographic, young, old, black, white, like red, blue, like hardo conservative, super liberal. Like everyone loves Dixon Butts. It's bizarre. That's at least how they were making me feel.
Yeah.
All right. So
so you're on stage and they're chanting,
dude. Yeah. And like, so I run out. So Dawson and we stayed backstage when the event opened. That way nobody saw us. We wanted to do like a big reveal, which meant I didn't have any idea what kind of crowd we were walking into here. I was like,
how many people? Anything.
I was like, best case scenario, there's going to be like 50 people and half of them are going to be like Dawson's entourage. Right. Mm-hmm. And when I got out there was like at least a couple hundred people just packed tight in this crowd. And it was just like really bizarre to me because everyone was like chanting Dixon Butts, Dixon Butts. And I look out in the crowd, man, like fucking half these people are wearing my shirt. Mm-hmm. And this one guy had a sign that he made and it says like Dixon all the way. And it was just like so bizarre that I just blacked out. I was like, holy shit, this is really happening here. And dude, I was just like, what the hell did I create here? This is the weirdest thing of my life. Yeah. So like I blacked out and like I forgot my lines for a little, and luckily I recovered, and the people I told that to, they're like, oh no, you couldn't even tell, because I just I just belted a big old like yeehaw or something like that just to keep things rolling. But it was just super fun. The next thing I know, I had like I just thought it would be funny. I bought on the way there, I was like, this is gonna be funny. I bought a bunch of thongs, bras, and just big ass XXL male whitey tighties, just to put in the crowd so that way people could throw them at me. And I'm pretty sure I just got smoked in the face by one. And like while I was up there, it was just I don't know, dude. It was just a great time. Yeah,
dude, it's so funny.
Yeah, thank you.
You gonna post some videos about that TikTok?
I didn't take any videos, man, because like, well, dude, this has just been my Achilles heel. Yeah. That's not the first time I just totally missed opportunity here.
I'm sure your running partner though, he's a big YouTube guy.
Oh, he had filmed. He literally had 10 cameras on the event.
Yeah.
But me personally, I got nothing. But like this happened to me before. I went to the Pride Festival because
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that.
The Pride Festival went amazingly. They
love Dixon Butts over there, do they?
100%. Yeah. And so I ended up going into the Pride March, which apparently you have to register for, but I definitely didn't know that. Mm-hmm. But I did it anyways. And as I was marching, man, people were just going fucking nuts, loving it. But I didn't film any of it, man. And I ran through the finish line. There had been 1,000 people at the finish line, man. It was just fucking packed. It was like another one of those surreal moments, like, what the fuck? And as soon as I passed that finish line, the police are there waiting for me. And they're like, you're leaving right now or we're arresting you.
That was a viral video, right?
I know. I was like, fuck, man. I wish I would have, I don't have a filmer or anything. I'm just like, I'm a one-man operation.
Why are they going to arrest you?
Because I didn't register to be in the
because
thing.
You weren't supposed to.
Yeah, well, because fucking Amazon probably, this is what kind of pisses me off, and like I don't want to like start any shit with them. This is my interpretation of it all. But the Pride Festival is literally just company. And I'm kind of thinking that what they were kind of like alluding to here is like the companies aren't super stoked that you're getting all this attention and you didn't pay to be here and we paid to be here. And I'm like, oh, is that what it's all about? I thought Pride was like everybody loves everybody, but
it's just about the money.
Well, I don't want to say that because I don't know if that's the case, but I just know a lot of people were happy that I was there, and I was asked to leave and threatened to be arrested. So, I don't know.
But they loved you.
Dude. Yeah. Plus, I'm like kind of a salesman. So, I was collecting donations for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and I said, you get a free sticker, and I put him in my back pocket. And I was like, and you get to touch my ass. Right? If you donate. But then I was like getting groped, man. It was like, it got weird for a little, but we wrote it out. And, I just remember there was this one guy and he was like, oh, I can't find it. I can't find the stickers. And he was just like, and I was like, dude, I gotta move. I'm out of here. So I just like took off. It was like a little rapey, but we made it happen. So that was another good time, but another missed opportunity. I don't know. I don't have filmers yet.
Dude, it's okay. That's like part of it being like all natural kind of. It's just like you're doing your thing. You can tell like it's not like you're a professional media star. It's not like
the opposite.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like you have like this a vision to I'm doing this to create content. You're genuinely doing this just for the hell of it, really.
Dude,
for the memes.
I literally thought it would be funny. And that's like everything so far. It's like, I think this will be funny. And then like the fact that I should have gotten that on video is always like an afterthought. Yeah. But, just is what it is.
It's good though. It's because people see that, you're not doing it to just like make content for whatever. You're not selling merch to make money to line your pockets. You don't even care. You're literally donating like majority of the money you're getting from it anyway. So it's not like you're doing it to like benefit yourself or be greedy or anything like that. It's just like you're really doing it just for the hell of it.
Man of the people.
Exactly.
The people.
Yeah, that's my tagline. I mean, you can't call yourself a man of the people and not deliver, all right? Like, I'm very serious about that, but you're 100% right. And a lot of people have told me, like, since day one, like, oh my God, you're going to make so much money on this. When, like, you can make some good money selling merch, but, like, I'm not anywhere close to big enough to make a massively substantial amount of money. So like but it's never been about money. So like the little money that I have donated, like I mailed $5 to like 300 people here in Gilbert. And in the envelope, I stamped another envelope inside of it. And I said, if you could use this money, it's yours, no obligation. If you want to pay it forward, there's a local animal shelter here. Stick that money in there, mail it off. If you want to add to it, great. And, that's like doing stuff like that, like the Foundation for Suicide Prevention, like collecting money for like obviously like a super serious cause. Yeah. So I'm trying to spin like a funny into a positive and see how I can help.
I think it's super great. There's no negatives about it. There's nothing you're doing that someone could hate you for, and because you're being super genuine about it and your intentions are so pure, everyone's going to continue to love you. And I feel like especially...
It's weird to hear, man, but thank you.
But in the political realm, like lots of empty promises, obviously.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
A lot of watch this hand, don't watch this hand type of thing. And it's like, I think it's going to really, rattle the cage of some people because you're going to, like, you're actually doing like stuff for the people like you're saying you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like fun at the same time. If someone with no political experience can just go out and make a difference.
And in 100 days,
I know.
Go from nothing to announce that I'm running for president.
Which is this the official announcement on the internet?
No. Yeah. Maybe.
This could be the first,
on the internet.
Depending on how quickly this video gets out. Yeah, because Dawson's videos, that's the big announcement. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, really? You're going to be on the ballot?" Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't. And then also, like, the whole political thing in general, like, a lot of people are asking me, like, so people wrote me in for all sorts of positions. And then somebody was like, hey, in Arizona, there's an elected mine shaft inspector position. Like, what the fuck? Think about that. The guy who's inspecting the mines is elected. Like, I feel like they should be wildly certified. But anyway, so I was like, Dixon butts, mine shafts and holes, right? It makes sense. Put me in on those shafts and holes, buddy. And I got like I think like 1,200 votes for that one position. Yeah. But what's crazy is it's really hard to keep track of all the write-ins because they go into like a not qualified position. But somebody in Flagstaff who DM'd me on Instagram, I don't know if I should be saying this, but they said, don't say my name. So I'm not saying your name if you're watching this, but they said that they're counting the write-in votes, and they said in years of doing this, they've never seen more write-in votes ever for somebody, and that was all for me,
really?
which is insane, to think about.
You might have a new career path.
I was like, what happens? Not. So what happens if you win the position? Like, are you obligated? Do you need to?
I don't know, man.
Position or?
I'll assume the position. Do I assume the position? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Then it's real serious.
I fucking hope to God that nothing like that happens. But I said this on the news: if the people need dicks and butts, I'm in a position to give it to them.
100%.
Yeah, like I'll have to just lay it out there.
I mean, why not you though? Right? You look at like who runs for politics or who's in politics right now. Sometimes, and you're like,
I agree with you completely. I feel like there's a lot of people that they've had a career in politics to get to the point where they're able to become a potential
president, whatever,
elected for something. Right? Yeah. At the same time, this is a huge debate, obviously, all over the world right now. Is like, what actually qualifies you to be, a fit candidate to run the position? Is it your age? Is it your education? Is it your experience? And at the end of the day, is like,
I have none of those things.
As an American people, we need to pick someone who's best fit for the job, whether the qualifications historically line up or they don't. So I mean, there's a lot of things that you bring to the table that are actually potentially very legit. That if you were to win something serious, like senator or something like that for state of Arizona, like
just imagine
it would be insane. Number one,
yeah, it would.
But number two is you have no other political agenda behind you. So you could be like a complete independent, and do things however the hell you wanted. For the right, for the left, for the middle, for anything.
I just do it for the people, man. Just do good.
Exactly. Which is like kind of like really refreshing, but it's kind of like what we need, low key.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, your pitch so far sounds better than most politicians.
Yeah, we recorded that, right? Okay.
Yeah, because you got to think, like, no matter who wins, like, obviously there's this huge Katie Hobbs, Carrie Lake debate going on, and it felt like it's very much black and white.
Yeah.
Who votes for who? You know what I mean? And it's like people get so butthurt about if their candidate loses or all this other crap,
Yeah.
But if someone came in that genuinely everyone loves, it's like I feel like you just can't go wrong. But because there's always political agendas and backing and behind the scenes funding and BS like that, that always comes into play. Something along the way always gets misjudged or miscalculated with politics, which is why politics are obviously a freaking different beast in itself. But for you, imagine Dixon Butts senator. I don't even know if you can actually legally do that because Dixon Butts is your name.
But like,
I mean, I guess you could probably change.
I would have to legally change
his name.
I would bang that out if it came to be
legally change.
People have asked me that. Yeah, and I asked my fiance, and what do you think about being Mrs. Butts? And she was just like,
who cares?
She's about it,
Hey, if I'm the first lady, I mean,
we got
to do what we got to do.
Fiance, she's big supporting, number one fan. That's what you want.
Oh yeah, exactly. Well, I don't know about all that, but she agreed to the name change, all this craziness. She's kind of on the fence.
What do you think about your videos and stuff?
Does she think it's like childish or what?
Well, it's all childish for sure. It's all. I went on the radio and they definitely categorize it correctly. It's middle school humor, but she didn't like the video where I was wearing a thong. I got a video where I was wearing assless chaps and a thong. She thought that was a little much.
She thought that was a little aggressive.
I mean, she said those cheeks are hers, and I was like, these cheeks are for the people, girl. Like, that's what they want. That's what they're gonna get.
Yeah, my favorite videos are your AirTag ones.
Oh yeah, the AirTags.
Well, explain that.
Yeah, so those are definitely the most popular videos I have, like by far. But so I've got these big campaign signs. They're like 4 foot by 4 foot, and they just kept getting stolen. People thought they were funny. At least that's like the general consensus. I'm sure there are some people that just hate me, but overall,
or taking it too seriously.
Yeah. But people kept stealing those signs, man, and they're $50 a pop.
Yeah,
50 a rip, and I'm not made of money, and I'm not like a legit politician that just like has empty, or bottomless pockets for that shit. Mm-hmm. So I started kind of getting like low key, like a little butthurt, and so I started putting air tags in them. And everyone's like, oh, wow, you put a $90 air tag in. Air tags are like $20 a pop, which they're like, I was shocked of that. Yeah. But so I kind of installed it and I put it on TikTok. Like I made a video out of it and people are like, why would you say that? Because I want them to stop doing this shit. So I'm like going to be loud and proud about it. But so I eventually started having to track them down. And there was kind of a sketchy situation that happened with a guy. Ended up talking to his wife, and I was like, hey, this is kind of weird, but I tracked my sign down, and it happens to be right here. And I was wearing my whole outfit. Like, I had my phone. Like, I was going to make a video out of it because I assumed he was a fan. Yeah. And, like, something that I always say is, like, not going to call the cops. I handle my own business. That's kind of like what I always say here. And I guess that really scared her because she came. So she was like, I'll go get my husband. He came back, and he was just, like, screaming at me. Saying like, you're gonna call the cops, call the fucking cops, I don't give a shit, like, why don't I just find out where you live, show up at your house? And I'm like,
give my damn sign
back. Well, like, you stole my shit, so what do you mean come to my house? Like, I didn't steal anything from you. Like, what the fuck is this? So I had a call, so I ended up, it got really sketchy. Like, the threats were like getting there. I think the dude might have been like, I don't know, like bipolar or something, man. Like it was like not a normal conversation. Like, I kind of got like a gauge for like, this dude is like either really drunk or like maybe he suffers from some like bad PTSD or something. All I knew is like, I got a family. I don't want anyone fucking with my family. So I called the cops, right? Gilbert PD. I know like 7 personally, like really good friends with like 7 of the cops there. So cop calls me up and he was like, is this Dixon Butts? And I was like, yes, sir, it is. And he just started cracking up. He was like, no way, man, like the cops. And they're like, we're going to get your sign back, brother. We got you. And they were just like, they were so invested in it. And I kind of felt bad because I was like, there's real shit you need to be worried about.
It's Gilbert, bro. I mean,
I know, that's true. Yeah,
all the Gilbert cops are so nice.
Yeah, they're super. It was just like, it was wild. But so he went to the house and he was like, hey, we just made sure to scare him straight and just let him know, like, we got your back. Don't fuck with this guy. Don't be at his house. Like, this is what
Squash
it is.
It.
Yeah, exactly. So they definitely helped me out, but I was just like, dude, this is just bizarre, man. Like everything else in this whole ordeal has just been weird.
You got the sign back though?
No. Damn. I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Did you find another sign in some guy's car?
Yeah. So, well, yes and no. So I posted a video that got super viral.
So that one looked kind of staged to me.
Well, it's because it was based on true events.
Okay.
All right. Based on true events. So there's like a TikToker. His name is Grayson Gold, but that he hangs out with like Dawson and all them. He's like Dawson's editor. And so I just asked like, hey, do you want to get on this video? I'm going to boss you around. And the whole premise of the video is like, I'm going to be like a drill sergeant or like a coach, right? Like, how do you punish someone? How does a football coach punish someone? Like, give me some wind sprints, give me some push-ups. And I was like, oh, that'd be funny, man. Like, let's make a video on that. And then we did that. And then, like, it did super well. It did, like, 4 million views in, like, 24 hours, 48 hours or something like that.
I enjoy the sign ones. I think you should start putting a bunch more signs.
More signs.
Just everywhere.
More sign videos. It's just bizarre that, like, I felt like that video was, like, incredibly obviously fake. Mm-hmm. But, like, the comments, the internet's interesting, man.
Dude, if you see pranks, though, that's like we know most of these prank videos are fake, but they're the ones that hit it with like 10 million views.
Yeah, that's true.
The fact that it is fake, like, you just keep watching. You know it's funny. You know it's fake.
Yeah.
It's not serious.
Yeah, there's some shock value in there too, but it was just like, it's so interesting to see the comments and just people just arguing with each other about why it's fake or why it's not. And I'm like, what? Why do people care this much?
Yeah.
But, you know.
Engagement is engagement.
Yeah, exactly.
TikTok
I guess
loves
that's good.
a little controversy.
Yeah,
It gets the algorithm going when people are like, it's fake, it's real.
Well, that's why. So, like, my finance TikTok, I've gotten more, I guess, like, I don't want to say more, but I've gotten, like, like recently the New York Times hit me up to publish, like to interview me about Airbnb on my finance page, because on my finance page, my Airbnb, I talk about cleaning fees and like what pisses everyone off, cleaning fees. So I talk about it because I'm like, well, that video is going to do good, you know, but it's just like ends up being a million people just hating me. Yeah, so like you said, TikTok likes controversy. People in the comments, they just start battling it out, and then that video ends up doing really well. And then I guess that's what you get known for. So,
yeah,
exactly. So,
I feel like I think you're doing great.
I do too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think you're doing great. I think it's really cool that we've talked about it before, but like, you know, being so like cowboy-esque, like true pride American, gun-toting, whatever the case may be.
Right.
It's like you would think you'd catch more of like this Republican, especially here in Arizona, more Republican fan base when it's not. It's like everyone.
Dude, it's literally everyone.
Dixon, but it does feel a little MAGA to me.
It does. But that's the stereotype though.
Yeah.
That's where it's kind of like messed up.
And I'm leaning into that. Like that's all that's the point. So like somebody that knows politics way better than me, like described me perfectly. I guess they said you are a conservative appearing, tolerant, apolitical, which basically means like I look like a conservative guy because the hat, and you know I'm country brother, you know, and I keep the knife on me at all times, keep that thing on me. Yeah. But you know, like then I go to the Pride Festival, right? So I'm like,
and then everyone loves you at the Pride
because I'm like tolerant, because like I don't give a shit who you like, you know, like that doesn't matter to me. Yeah. And I feel like that's like a lot of people our age too, is like that's kind of like an older generation thing.
So bad.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's
never
like
gone away. Yeah.
Well, we just like me. I'll speak for myself here. Like I don't give a shit. Like do whatever you want to do. Just don't. As long as you're not like hurting anybody, and as long as you're not like evil or have ill intentions. Like I don't care what you do. So yeah, I'll go to the Pride Festival, and I consulted with my neighbors, Gary and Jem. They're a married couple, and I just ran it by them, and I was like, is that insensitive? Like me, I'm a straight guy. Is it insensitive for me to go there? But that's not what like Pride's about. Pride's just about like being proud of who you are, however that may be.
Right.
And that's me being a little fake cowboy. I guess that's what I'm proud of. Yeah. But all I care about is like putting smiles on people's faces. Like one of my things I say is like Dixon Butts is all about spreading your cheeks and making you laugh. That's what it's all about, right? See?
Yeah, that's a good 100%. I think it's so cool because, like, I can't think of anyone, like, who does anything on the internet like this, number one. But it's just so much, like, political stigma in it in the first place. If someone just saw your sign, they'd be like, oh, this, crazy Republican right-wing guy's going off the freaking
You have underneath
wall.
Your sign, what does it say? It says, not running for anything. Just wanted to make a sign.
Not running for anything. Just wanted to make a sign. Yeah, that's what it says on there.
That's just funny.
Yeah.
I just think it's so cool that you can, obviously with politics is so a monster of a thing.
Yeah.
But like the right and left are so separated.
Oh, yeah.
That anything that can bring them together and laugh together at something like this, especially in the political, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so funny. Something that happened at Pride is like, I remember it was kind of early on. Crowds weren't formed yet, and like at the festival, I took a ton of pictures with people. So that starts like piquing people's interest, and they try to like look more what's going on here. But like right at first, these like 4 girls walked by me, and they just gave me like the dirtiest look, like pissed off. And then one of them said, "Oh, the fucking conservatives are here."
Damn.
And then I was just like, "Sorry to interrupt, ma'am. Just want to tell you that America needs Dixon Butts." And she was just like, "Oh, what the fuck? Oh my God." And she just like started dying laughing, She was like, "I'm so sorry." It's like, that's kind of like to your point there. That's what I look like. So it's really funny because I wear this now every day, man. I'm wearing the cowboy hat, the boots. It's now a lifestyle at this point.
Yeah.
No longer just a get up.
You are Dixon Butts.
I'm Dixon. Yeah, that's right. I'm Dixon Butts. But it's funny because like I'll go into a place and like sometimes people recognize me, sometimes they don't. But every time I go out, somebody just looks at me and thinks I'm a huge asshole. And that's just like, I don't know why, but that's just like kind of funny to me. Just because how I look, I don't know.
Yeah. it's just like stigma.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you drive a lifted truck.
Oh yeah, yeehaw, brother.
I have a lifted truck, and going to the gas station and stuff. Sometimes, like people are like, look, they're just like judgmental a little bit, and you can kind of tell.
Yeah, so you feel me.
But it's like, but I'm obviously born and raised in Arizona.
Right, same.
You know, so I don't give a crap what someone else their opinion has to say. But it's just funny that like this is like literally like not a costume, but it's like a giddy up for you to wear this, and people are judging you like it's like a, you know.
Oh yeah, like this is just like they just automatically assume I'm like one way or another, and it's like I think that's what's kind of cool about this too is like I'm not, so it's like kind of like sort of shakes things up in that way, if you will.
Pisses them off a little bit, you know.
Kind of pisses them off a little bit, but you know what's kind of interesting? So, I did an interview with Arizona Republic. And, you know, he asked me like real early on, you know, how much hatred have you gotten on this? Like how much negativity has there been? And like, honestly, I can like truly and genuinely say there's been like none. I'm not just trying to say that to sound a certain way. Like oddly enough, it's been like 99.9% positive. Like the only negative thing that I can think of is like people are like, this guy's just buying signs. He's got nothing better to do with his money. Like that's the only negative thing. But like at the end of the day, man, like $50 can make like 100 people laugh. That's the best use of money I can possibly think of. So like you're wrong, first of all, but it's just been like so positive. Everyone's been cool. Like obviously I'm here with you guys. Like this would, you know, that's cool in and of itself. I'm working with all these people and it's just been super good. So I'm grateful.
100%. Yeah. Yeah, I remember I watched that first video, and I was like, dude, this guy's in Gilbert.
I remember seeing the first one, too. The first one was funny.
Yeah, I was like in a meeting looking at it, and I showed my friends. I was like, dude, look at this freaking guy. He did it.
Yeah.
And then we're like, we need to send him ammo.
Yeah, so
dude. I messaged him like, dude, thanks for doing this. It's so fun. Test this. Take this ammo. Test it out.
That was the coolest thing when you hit me up.
Dude, so I was like, yeah, that was... And then that's what it started from there. And you kind of been around the HQ a little bit and stuff like that because obviously you're a real estate investor.
Right.
And you do mortgages and all of us kind of do real estate and stuff like that. So at the core of it, like...
Tell us about your real estate a little bit as well.
Yeah,
Airbnb
so I've been doing Airbnb since 2018 with a friend of mine. His name is Drew. Now, Drew is like my mentor at this point. Ever since I've known the guy, he's a little older than me and definitely a whole lot smarter than me. But ever since I met him, man, every dollar this dude makes, he invests. And like, he's a millionaire now, multi-millionaire. He just sold he had like a 2000, what's the first year the CTSV came out? 2011?
2009.
2009. He had a first year CTSV with a bunch of miles on it. And he just sold it recently because he said it was too flashy. And now he's driving. Now he's driving just like a beat to shit Accord. Like I don't even know how. I don't even think it has AC. And in Arizona, that's bad, man. But like
that's serious.
This guy's net worth is in like multi-millions. But anyway, so I've always admired him. Him and I started out doing Airbnb rental arbitrage like 2018 when it was, I guess, still doable because rents weren't so freaking high. And we rented this just like absolute god awful shithole of a place. We talked to like a couple of realtors. This guy found us this spot. It was the first person to say yes, and we were like, let's run with it. So I think it was like $800. It was a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 500 square foot apartment in like West Phoenix, like the hood West Phoenix, like not like it was just a shit area. And we got it all dialed in. We did a rent-a-center for the furnishings. Since you didn't have to pay any money, we negotiated first 2 months rent were free, so we didn't have to pay anything to get the property to acquire it. We did, like I said, rent-a-center, and then like we put everything we could possibly put on credit cards. That way, like everything was like as little out of pocket as possible.
Right.
So we were probably like $800 each out of pocket, and we were running like it was actually a successful Airbnb because we did it right. We marketed it really good. However, the reviews started coming in.
Kind of hood.
This place is sketch. Yeah, exactly. Like if you need like some sugar or something, don't go asking the neighbors, bro. You're gonna get some other form of white powder. Really? Like it was really bad. But we had that property for a while, and then COVID happened. And I don't know if you guys were doing Airbnb during COVID, but like, dude, it was sketchy. Like Airbnb was like, we're not honoring any hosts, like cancellation policy. Anybody that wants to cancel will 100% get their money back, which is like, I kind of get it from the perspective of like, that's good for the guest, right? That's good for the traveler, but that fucks the host. So
it was more of like a company outlook. Airbnb wanted to be, all these massive companies want to look like they're, being protected.
Yeah, we got your back. Yeah. But it fucked the people, it fucked the mouths that they were feeding and the people that are feeding them. So it was like just a whole thing, and him and I made the decision, like that's right when our lease was up. And so we were just like, after like 90 days of vacancy during the peak season here, it was like, when did COVID happen? Like right in the beginning of spring training, Bear Jackson, waste management. Like all the big things that people travel here for, that's when you make all of your money in Airbnb in the Valley.
3 months.
Yeah, dude. All of your money for the year, just totally gone. So we threw the towel on that. And then since then, I got the property up by the Grand Canyon. That's banging. Something that Drew does that's super cool, I think, is he buys houses with guest homes. And his first one that he did, he lived in the main house and he Airbnb'd the guest house. But now, even this guy being a millionaire, he lives in his guest house now in Scottsdale and rents out the main house on Airbnb. And that just like kind of goes to show like the kind of guy he is. He just lives in like a little 800 square foot apartment in this like $1.5 million property that he just Airbnbs and lets people just thrash because it's like a party house.
And he's loving it.
Yeah, dude. Well, yeah, the money's nice and green, man, for him. So, but yeah, that's kind of just how I got started on Airbnb. Airbnb is interesting though, man. Like, I don't know, like anything, it's...
Yeah, especially recently, I hear, especially in like Scottsdale with regulations coming in and
HOAs making rules.
Yeah.
Just
a lot of, you're hearing right now like a lot of people who tried to get into Airbnb like, using like that like second home mortgage. A lot of them are getting fucked because it's just not, it's not making money right now.
Yeah, it's not banging like it used to. That's for sure. So Airbnb last May, is either March or May, they made a huge change to the platform to where, like, even if you go on Airbnb now, open it up, what does it show you? It's going to show you, like, tree houses.
Some crazy shit, yeah.
It's going to show you just wild shit, like a teepee or a yurt. It's not showing, like, the cookie cutter 3x2 in a fucking suburb anymore. So... like I'm part of all the Facebook groups with Airbnb, and then I'll sometimes go in there and just like make content out of it for my TikTok. But dude, like people are getting crushed right now, and they're like, dude, I don't know what's going on. Like we're having our worst year yet. And then I'll like ask them like, hey, send me your listing. And their listing is just ass, bro. Like low quality pictures. Nothing is cool about this place. I'm like, I don't even know how you're like in business right now. But that change that Airbnb made has kind of changed our business model to where we're looking at Airstream properties. I just met with a real estate investor last week who's buying 100 acres in a canyon, and he's just backing up Airstreams to overlook this massive canyon.
That's it.
And that's gonna crush. Yeah. Because it's like.
Yeah, people want like an experience.
Yeah,
that's what they want
views or somewhere to take a photo.
I watched Mr. Beast videos, and he did I don't know, most expensive hotel rooms or some shit.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah,
and he did the one up in Grand Canyon where you go down in a cave. It's a big open area, and there's just a bed on the red rock with a kitchen and stuff down there.
Yeah,
it's so sick. I would love to go do that.
Yeah, it's more like experience. Yeah,
Well, the consumer experience too, with the way regulations are getting, is becoming. It's like no noise past 10 p.m.
Yeah,
you need like if I rent an Airbnb and I go out and I like meet some people, I'm like, yo, come back to the house. It's like you're not allowed to do that. So I think people are getting to the point now, if it's a normal stay, you're like, fuck it, I'll just stay in a hotel.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times they're raising the prices to try to make up their monthly income, because their percentage of days rented are much less. So if you can increase a little more, you can cover it. But like, it's a challenging market for sure.
Yeah.
And I think as time goes on, like the different hype around different things will always be adjusting, you know. But for here in Arizona, we have those 3 massive events that happen.
Well, dude, the Super Bowl's happening here this year.
This beginning of this year is going to be
It's going to be insane.
If you own an Airbnb in Arizona between January
1st, you're going to crush it.
And the end of May, really, you're going to freaking make it.
If I didn't live in an HOA that literally just passed a law against, or an HOA rule against short-term rentals, I would 100% put my house on Airbnb, stash all my nice shit, and I would go take a free vacation to, like, you know, California or something.
I'm thinking about doing that.
Dude, 100%. I would do that. Yeah, anywhere you want, because...
Yeah, Ricky Morgan, you need to do that for sure.
Yeah, because you're going to get, like, I don't know, like, proximity to the Super Bowl is going to matter, but, like, even, like, 45 minutes away, I can get $1,000 a night for, like, 4 nights straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. But it's all opportunity costs of, you know, obviously, if it's a house you live in, there's much higher risk.
Yeah, it's tough. It's like,
it's your own furniture.
I don't give a shit.
I got to take all my stuff.
They can bang in my bed. I don't care. Do whatever. Do whatever you want. It's all good, man.
At $1,000 a night.
$1,000 a rip?
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah, I think I could get like 5,000 a night.
I think you could.
Yeah.
At least, especially on the weekends.
Your house sounds sick as fuck.
That's
all I need to know.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But if that's what they're looking for when they come out here, like a cool backyard place to host.
Yeah, exactly. You got a pool?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, then you're going to crush it. You got to have a pool, but yeah, you're going to crush it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
But it's like taking all your personal shit, putting it away, but it's probably worth it. This year, especially with Super Bowl and Phoenix Open.
It's a one-time thing for me. Like weekend. I said, the opportunity 100% is the Super Bowl, and like not opening up your calendar until like maybe a month before, because you're gonna have the last
late
minute
bookers.
You're gonna have the last minute ballers that are just like, I'll buy tickets, I'll drop a bunch of money, 100%. I'll drop a bunch of money here, I don't give a shit. That's when the opportunity is there.
Well, I was thinking even like mine's in a HOA where I have a pretty big like following for real estate stuff, where I could just throw it on like social media last minute too, and just get people off Airbnb.
Right.
So then like the HOA doesn't even kind of pick it up.
Yeah, hit it off platform.
Yeah.
The only thing I'd be worried about that is liability.
Right.
But off platform, obviously, you make way more money. And something that you were saying earlier, that I kind of wanted to talk about, was like the checkout procedure. And you mentioned it too, is like, this is why people are kind of getting pissed off about Airbnb, is like, you are renting somebody's house, but people still think like hotel, but it's like at the end of the day, that is somebody's home. But some of these hosts, man, are just getting crazy with like, you know, wash all the sheets, put them all back. There needs to be nothing. Yeah. Do all the dishes, fucking do the windows. There's a vacuum, bang that out, you know, and pay me $200 for that cleaning fee. So I think that we're going to see like a big shift. I've even considered just getting rid of my cleaning fee altogether, raise my nightly rate just like a little bit. But like the economy of Airbnb is weird, because like cleaning an Airbnb, a lot of people just think is like really cheap, you know, and it's not. It's really not, because like try right now calling a cleaner to say, come to my house right now and turn it over right now before this time, because I got somebody else to come.
Won't happen.
Or on a weekend, or like I got somebody checking out on Thanksgiving. So
good luck.
My cleaner already told me, she was like, dude, you're going to pay me an extra $100 for this. And I'm like, all right, well,
it's the only option.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Get your ass over there and clean it yourself.
Not gonna happen.
And that's where it's tough. That's where like
too far.
Like the last few years, I've been staying at more hotels, less Airbnb.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a cool experience.
Exactly.
But if it's between like, do I rent like someone's apartment or just stay at like the Marriott?
Yeah.
Get it like the Marriott.
Yeah, I've been doing the exact same thing. Like, and because like previously Airbnb was always cheaper.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Back in the day,
like, it made sense. Yeah. Like, I could. Even if it was 50 or $100 more for a group of people, it would make more sense just to have the freedom of the Airbnb and the space for it, instead of like we're crammed in a hotel room or whatever the case may be. But I think there's a lot of the hosts are a little too strict for good reasons.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there needs to be more of that stuff that keeps us out of hotels. You know what I mean? Because for me, it's kind of like if I'm traveling, it's kind of like a bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to save money.
Right.
I mean?
Yeah, same.
Unless it's like a vacation where you're looking for experience or something like that.
Yeah, Airbnbs have not been. Yeah, lately though, that's the more expensive route, even for just a basic ass apartment or something.
Yeah.
So,
and I think it varies all around the country because we were starting to plan my bachelor party coming up here, and we were looking at a house in Arkansas to rent, and it was like
You're having a bachelor party in Arkansas?
yeah, it's a long story, but it's like an 18 bedroom house. In Arizona, this house would be well over $10 million.
Yeah, monster.
And they want $500 a night for it.
Oh, nice. There you go.
And we're gonna bring a bunch of people.
Yeah,
to it.
dude.
And I was thinking, $500 a night, $15,000, dude. This guy's barely probably covering his mortgage out there. You know, it's a freaking. It has to be a $4.5 to $6 million house.
Holy shit.
So it's like what?
and just the maintenance on a house like that, you know,
Yeah.
after you pay the landscaper, the pool guy.
Yeah.
It's like what?
Monster electricity bills.
Yeah. So you're gonna continue to make content on your personal finance page.
I don't know, man. Like, I've been really bad at that. So I know everybody on social media says you got to post 400 times a day. And it's like, dude, I got a whole nother life going on. I got a family. So I've actually got 6 or 7 TikTok pages. And only probably 2 of them I do post fairly consistently. It's going to be Dixon Butts just because that's like the hottest right now. And to be honest, that's what I'm having the most fun with. And that's really why I'm doing that. But, you know, I'll shoot some content here and there. Like, here, let me show you this real quick. So on my finance page, not only do I talk about Airbnb, but like I went to Goodwill before I got here just because that's something I like to do. Bought this like brand new hat.
Nice.
Still got the price tag on it, $44. I had a coupon. I paid $6 for this.
What size is it?
7 1/4.
That's my size. I'll buy it off you.
There we go.
There you go.
$20 and it's yours.
$8.
Yeah, it's a no for me, dog. I'll get 30 on eBay all day. That's my point, though. So like, I'm always doing weird shit like that. Here, if you want, you could actually just have it.
No, I'll pay you for it.
But
I saw you post like the beanie.
Beanie Babies.
Yeah.
Do you make? I've thought of it like my brand's Flip Lab. It's mostly about like real estate, but I thought like good viral content would be just like flip. People love watching videos of like,
Yeah.
dude, do you ever make videos of flipping Beanie Babies or
That's
hats
literally
or-
it. So my page is called Scott Flips to Freedom, and it's just like I flip cars. Like I've owned over 100 cars, like well over 100 cars at this point. Flipped a bazillion of those. Pokemon cards, like golf clubs, like everything. Yeah,
It's all the same shit, right?
Yeah,
So I would say it's
yeah.
like find a good deal, buy low, sell high.
yeah, exactly. It's just like once you find a niche, yeah, and like if you're doing that on a house or on a car or whatever. But I really like these videos because it's just like if you got like $5 in your pocket, you could buy this hat and there's free lunch for you, you know? So
100%.
it's more attainable, in my opinion. Obviously, you're not breaking the bank. You're not going to make a mortgage payment or pay your rent.
For the average person that's trying to hustle or something,
Yeah,
it's definitely a good.
exactly.
super fun.
Because
Why?
to
Great
me,
starting point, and it develops a mindset too.
exactly.
You can start
Let's
flipping
see
the
what
hat.
else you got. Let's see what else you got.
Oh well, no, this is all my shit. This is if I needed to change into my normal life
I gotcha,
outfit here.
I gotcha.
Yeah, no, but yeah, it's like so. I used to do powerlifting when I was younger, and so everything I think of is like I kind of relate it back to like working out. It's like kind of like a muscle. So like the more you're like hustling, the stronger that muscle gets, the better you get at it, like everything. So like I talk to a lot of people or people comment like, well, I don't know what something is worth. I'm like, dude, you just wrote that shitty comment on a phone. Like that's all you need. That's literally all you need.
Yeah.
Like you could find out what anything is going for. And I crash and burn a couple of times. Like I just bought 100 Beanie Babies for $1 each. And some of them are worth some money. Some of them aren't worth shit. I sold one of them for $600 already. That paid for everything. I have 99 Beanie Babies left. And I'm probably going to just go donate them to the Children's Hospital just because that's, you know, they can get more use out of it than I can use the money. But like dude, shit like that. Like you can make $500 and do something good. And it's like nothing special about me. Just use your fucking phone, see, try and be resourceful, really.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like a lot of us here in our like friend group and people, we all like flip cars.
Yeah, exactly.
All flip other stuff.
Yeah.
Like our previous podcast guest, watches, talking about flipping watches and like investing in non-traditional markets.
Yeah.
For return. Obviously we do houses and crap like that. That's pretty mainstream. The car stuff is becoming more mainstream.
Yeah.
But these little things, buy and sell, the garage, the Gary V, let me shuffle through your freaking garage.
I bought this hat at a garage sale.
It's a good look at.
I bought this hat. Well, before I fucked it up, I wore it out in the rain. That's how little I know about cowboy shit. Is you can't wear a cowboy hat in the rain. It kind of got fucked up. It's like it's all bent. But this was
what do cowboys wear in the rain then?
You got a hat.
Felt hat.
You got you not like felt hat
or like a leather one or something maybe.
Yeah, you get an all-weather cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's like rain covers you can get for them and shit, which I didn't know that, but this is like a $400 hat, which I didn't even realize.
It's going to run you to presidency right there.
I know, I got a new hat. Don't you worry about that, buddy. I got me a nice hat, a going-out hat. This is my everyday hat.
I like that.
But I didn't even know that when I bought it, and I paid like $6 for it or something like that. So at a garage sale, like you're saying, the Gary V stuff. So I'm always kind of on the hunt, and I think that's kind of why I started with the e-commerce stuff. When I was talking to Dawson about it, he was like, dude, I've done so much viral shit in my life, but I've never like been able to like capitalize on it like you did. Like you just thought day one, put a website on this so you can send people somewhere to like create a brand out of it.
Yeah.
But thankfully I had my friend kind of tell me about the shirts and print on demand. But yeah, so.
Yeah. It's cool. It's awesome that it wasn't your intention to do that and it's turning into that.
I think that's why I like it more. It's just more natural that way.
So natural. It's organic. It's fresh.
Yeah.
Someone's not sitting there saying, yo, support me, support this campaign, donate, give me money, buy my crap. You know what I mean? It's more of like, here it is. You want to buy it? Great. If you don't want to buy it, thanks for watching.
Exactly. And I'm going to just keep doing exactly what I want to do. And that's what's like so nice about not being a real politician is like, I'm going to just do whatever the fuck I want to do and say whatever the fuck I want to say. Like during our campaign rally, I was talking about invading Brazil to steal them Brazilian butt lifting technologies for ourselves right here. And just like so absurd that like no one would ever really be caught dead saying that shit.
So funny.
Yeah, exactly. But here I am saying that.
So funny. All right, Dixon. Thanks so much for coming on the pod.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it.
Tow's for having me. First ever podcast. How'd I do?
Dude, great. We're going to be looking back at this and we're going to be laughing so hard when we see you.
Nice.
2024. It's coming up soon.
I'm ready.
You heard it here first.
You got my vote.
Thank you once again.
Thanks for having me.
See you guys on the next one.
Thanks, y'all.